Illy got it bumping. Select drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold. With a tombstone, grapple the waist, get laid flat. Can't escape, nowhere to go, the cage match. It's on now, when I spot him, it's no problem. Everybody stone cold till they hit with the rock bottom. Sharpshooter, I won't miss him like Bret Hart. Like Al Snow, they gon' need him a head start. I just might catch a better body than Mickey James. Get acquainted with the name, we bringin' the pain. Like Kane in the ring, all I see is red. Paul Era, Undertaker, I can see the dead. John Cena putting hands in your face. Ted DiBiase, keep a milli on the waist. B2TF, better stay in your place or get smacked down, play it safe. What you talking about?
Welcome to another episode of Boot to the Face here live on YouTube and all your favorite podcasting platforms. I'm one half of your favorite tag team, Chris Rucker, along with my partner, EJ Reed, and we are talking all the great things in professional wrestling. EJ, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. Even if I did, who would give a fuck? What the old folks used to say.
I'm sure plenty of people. That's an old phrase. I'm still say. I'm sure plenty of people will care. You got your specs on?
Yeah, I was trying to see how maybe I can get rid of this blue glare that's coming through, but it looks even worse with the glasses on because now all you see is the reflection of my fucking screens everywhere. And people gonna see that I'm watching. People gonna see that I'm watching porn.
That's what he's been doing this whole time. I knew it.
Nah. Anyway, so how's it going, man? You enjoying yourself this weekend?
Yeah, man. This is like the first weekend in a while. I didn't do too much of nothing. Football, of course. Fucking UFC pay-per-view was on this past weekend, so we had to cover that on Haymaker. But man, me and Amar talk about this, man. We're getting old. Both of us fell asleep. He fell asleep during the main event. I fell asleep during the co-main event. I woke up like at 4:30. I'm like, shit, man. So I stayed up, watched the last two fights, and then went back to bed like at 6 a.m. Like, shit, both getting old, man. I guess it is what it is.
Is it that you're getting old, or is it that they start these fucking things at like 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, that's a part of it, because, back in the day, I think until like 2012 or 2013, somewhere around that, they used to start at 9 Eastern, and they switched to 10 Eastern. But me and Admire are both in the Midwest, so it's 9 Eastern. 9 Midwestern, whatever the fuck you go, Central.
Yeah.
So still kind of late, though.
I mean, like we talked about when we were in Vegas, I was in bed at 9:30. Both nights Friday night I was up pretty late because I traveled. But Saturday and Sunday, I was in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Is it because I'm old, or is it because I was fucking drinking all day and jet lag and time change? Who knows? But I was fine with it, too. It wasn't like I was missing out on anything. I was like, whatever. I fucking drank all day. Like, I gambled, I drank, I ate. Let's go to bed at 9:30.
I think it's a combination of that, and then, like you said, drinking, I think, mixed with getting older. I know Admire doesn't drink anymore, but, partakes in the gummies. Maybe just having something in your system, being older, just has your ass passing out. Because I have some drinks Saturday, and shit, when my 11 or so, or whatever, midnight or so hit, I was out.
It's also hard to be like if you're not watching it with people and you're just at home, like, it's easy to fall asleep when you're comfortable at your house.
True. I can't remember the last time I've watched a card with people. Now that the IPTV, I've had that since like 2019.
Yeah.
I could probably count a handful of times where I had people watch with me since I got the IPTV.
WWE Network really did kill the fucking wrestling pay-per-view vibes. Because we used to we would take turns like going to each other's house and we would all chip in. So like this month we'll go to my house. Next month we'll go to, Joe's house. Next month we'll go to Leif's house. Everybody throw in $10 and then put $10 in. Let's order some wings or something like that. With the network, it was like Shit, it's Sunday night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, this shit's $9.99. Why would I go to somebody's house? I'll just watch it at home. Like, we still did the WrestleMania parties, but we used to do WWE pay-per-views every month.
Shit, y'all was doing Great Balls of Fire back in the day. That was post-network, but still, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, how much were the pay-per-views before the network kicked in?
They were like 50
Shit.
standard def, and I think if you want an HD, it's like 60, 63 or something like that.
I guess that's why people were getting on Tony Khan, because, you know, they were doing, I think it's 50 for theirs, or is it 40 or 50? I think it's 50, but, you know, it wasn't bad because they were only doing the quarterly, but then when they started putting more in, they're like, all right, motherfucker, y'all like free
Right.
network double hit every, they started putting Wrestle Dream and Forbidden Door and World's End, like, all right, quarterly ain't bad, but every month, you're running out now.
Let me tell you about my dog Tony Khan. I just got an email, AEW Insiders, which I didn't even know I was an AEW Insider, right?
You say you're all elite now.
I am. I guess I signed up for the newsletter. So my dog coming back to College Park, Georgia, down in Atlanta by the airport. The last place I went to see AEW. I was like, bet. I clicked on Ticketmaster, EJ. You know I'm front row rucker when I'm AEW. Shit, not no more. This nigga.
I can't believe that.
$450 to sit on the floor. Not
You sure that ain't resale?
Not Sting. No, this is pre-sale. The tickets haven't even gone on sale yet. They don't go on sale until the 13th. You know, I'm an AEW insider. I get the scoop, right? Like, $400 for a random Dynamite. It ain't even. I'd rather it be Collision, because then you could just party and not go to work the next day. But it's random Dynamite, December 10th. I'm gonna go. Like, last time me and Joe, we waited, kind of like what me and you did for WrestleMania. We waited and we got pretty good tickets. We didn't sit front row, but we got really good tickets and it wasn't that pricey. So I guess I won't be front row, but like, front row ruckus come and gone.
That is a little bit weird though. I'll be at the Dynamite Collision next week, Kansas City. They recording both on the same day. I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I was looking at them. I don't know, the front row, like very front row, they were sold out, but the floor seats were less than 100 when I looked for.
That's I think what they do is they put the prices high as fuck at the beginning for all the like hardcore motherfuckers that want their tickets, and then when it gets closer, they just go down.
So, where's that? You said, is it like Energy Center or something? Where?
It's in this one's not bad. This is in College Park. This is right next to the airport, so this is like 25 minutes from my house with no traffic. Now that other motherfucker, the Energy Center they used to do, that shit's like an hour and a half from my house. I hated it. And it's an ugly venue. This one's got a dope feel to it. It's got a good vibe. Like, the bartenders were friendly. It's, you know, a smaller arena. Like, you get to know your bartender because it's the only one in the fucking building, really. After your third Jack and Coke, they're like, all right, nigga, we know what you want. Like, move it along.
That's what's up. So we'll have to get the report from you.
You said you're going next week?
Well, yeah, it's next week.
Next Wednesday?
Independence, right outside of Kansas City. Yep, next Wednesday. They're recording both. So
Nice.
be in the building. Boot to the Face is all elite now. Hopefully, you'll get to give a pound to Sting when he's sitting next to you. You know, the copycat Sting.
Yeah, he'll
He's
be
always
there.
at those shows.
He'll be there more than likely. Speaking of, a little housekeeping we got starting next month? Yeah, I believe it is next month. This doesn't affect you if you listen podcast form, but if you want to partake in the live show and you can't because we usually record when NXT is on, or tonight's a Wednesday, you know, Dynamite would normally be on a normal week, or you're just doing family stuff. Now you'll be able to, because we're going back to Sunday mornings, pregame for football, basically. The hell with Terry Bradshaw and all them. You don't need to talk to them. You come boot to the face. Get your pregame show. We'll talk wrestling. We'll talk football, the whole nine. That'll be starting next month. Details will be coming soon. Thankfully, EJ was able to acquiesce my schedule change request because these nights are kicking my ass. He talked about us getting old. Like, I'm usually asleep about 45 minutes after the show's over with.
Hey man, it happens to the best of us, you know. Pay the cost to be the boss. That promotion is they're getting their work out of you.
Already, I had a fucking 5 a.m. meeting this morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, old school slot, boots to the face. Before I was on the show and Marty was still on, I used to be like my little Sunday routine. I usually clean on Sunday mornings. I clean and throw on boot to the face, chime in every once in a while. So
We get some Bloody Marys going, EJ, some mimosas.
yeah, throw on some mimosas. Yeah, it'll be fun, man.
Mimosas with
Get it.
boot to the face. Fuck yeah. We're gonna have the white girl demo.
Yeah, I know. Mimosas.
All right, EJ, let's get into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover. NXT versus TNA was last night. This was promoted like it was supposed to be a big deal, but I don't know. It just didn't. I wasn't vibing with it, you know. When Kalani Jordan picked her team and it was all former NXT women that were on her team, and she's a current NXT wrestler and she's representing Team TNA, I was just like, all right, what? Like, you got all these TNA women right there that you could pick, and you pick the Iconics. Nothing against the Iconics, I love them, but really?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. It's just former WWE people that you picked. Like we said, they switched it up for the men's team, but still. And then the other matches that they were doing, Ali, former WWE person, Hardy Boys, former WWE people. I mean, it just didn't have that same vibe. Even though, you know, hindsight 2020, looking back at the invasion when WCW, because we know they didn't have their heady hitters to come, it still felt like, you know, WCW versus
Right.
WWE, because they were literally fresh off of Nitro 2 weeks or a week before or whatever.
I mean,
Yeah,
they did put fucking Steve Austin and Kurt Angle in the alliance, though.
Yeah, by that time they jumped the shark when they started doing that.
Yeah.
But like
When
when
it
it
was
was like
Booker
I would say
T
it was like
and-
Booker T, Sean Stasiak,
Me?
Chuck Palumbo,
Yeah.
fucking kick Buff Bagwell off the show like the first week they tried to do like the
Yeah,
WC.
once Shane McMahon and Stephanie and Paul Heyman got involved, it was like, okay, now it's an actual angle. But if they would have had Sting and the NWO and Scott Steiner and Goldberg, if they would have had all them come, then it would have been fun. But they made chicken salad out of chicken shit. But this TNA NXT takeover is just, I don't know. It's I will say this. That women's match, it was not hard to not look at that match.
You know, you had Sol Ruka and JC Jane, the last woman standing.
Sol Ruka is slowly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, she's got it in the ring. I think she's gonna be one of those wrestlers, kind of in the Steph Curry vein, where just let the in-ring speak for itself. Because she's not bad at promo, but I just think a lot of young girls watching her around the country are gonna gravitate towards her athleticism, and that's what will get her over once she gets on the main roster.
That damn cartwheel backflip over the top rope that she hit last night was phenomenal. I actually thought her hands touched the outside of it because she was in the air so long. But she didn't touch the rope or the apron at all. She just did a back handspring and landed on everybody. And then I thought Kalani Jordan was going to fucking have a concussion when she did her moonsault off the top rope and nobody called her. And she took a flat back bump. I was like, it's real easy to smack your head on the fucking ground jumping like that.
Yes. And then somebody overshot the moonsault. Can't remember who.
Sade. Sade, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mara Sade.
The former Jakara Jackson, she overshot. Yeah, some stuff you gotta clean up. But then I didn't like Kalani Jordan. Why she was the last woman standing? They couldn't have a TNA girl be the last one standing, even though technically, like we said, all of them are WWE, but still. That's I don't know. Just the whole results. I feel like, you'll see this from time to time. They'll hear people chirping, so they're like, "Hey, damn, just." So they had like half of the TNA people win, and then half the W. But then like the Hardys won the tag team belts. Like I didn't get too excited for that. And they're, like I said, they're WWE people, so technically TNA won half of these matches, but did they?
Yeah, it was. Also, if you're gonna have TNA versus NXT, why do you only have 4 matches? So it's a tie? What is this, Cowboys versus Packers? Do 5 matches. Do 5 matches where you can have a fucking winner.
Yeah. It's like they did that on purpose. Like I said, they just did it just to shut fans up. See? TNA can win sometimes. All ego. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm surprised they did that to Ricky, though. Have him get ganged up by the TNA people. I know Trick Williams left him. That's going to play into, I guess, this weekend.
Trick said, I'm out this motherfucker. Technically, he was a TNA guy. Look at that. They were saying he was disloyal. He was a fucking espionage spy.
Helped y'all team win. And Santana got this. He spun the block, and, commissioner shaking hand to end the show. That was a little weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All in all, it was pretty forgettable. It was.
I wouldn't say necessarily it's forgettable. It was
Nothing happened.
It was a solid show.
The Hardys won the NXT titles. Wow, whoop-de-doo. And the Dudleys were in the crowd. This is developmental. Why these old motherfuckers here?
Can't stand Bully Ray, man. But whatever. Shout out to Devon, though. Yeah, I mean, they're setting up. It was a setup for this weekend, Bound for Glory. Halloween Havoc right around the corner. As I said, I thought the show was solid.
Forgettable. It was a good show, but nothing got accomplished. At the end of the day, they shook hands and were like, all right, we can go back to working together happily now. What?
Yeah, that's why I said that was a little weird. I mean, it's par for the course, I guess, with what we've been seeing the past few months.
As we're talking about that, I just had a thing come across my screen that says WWE is about to undergo creative changes.
And in what aspect?
SmackDown, mainly. Road Dogg is still going to be in charge, but they're bringing in more people to make the show more enjoyable.
Who's saying this? Dave Meltzer?
Everybody. That's been reported by like 8 different people.
I can mean anything now. It's pretty vague. It's more enjoyable. On whose metrics?
Basically, what they're saying is we're gonna bring the Bloodline back to SmackDown. Cause SmackDown ain't been shit since Roman left.
Hey, isn't it the champ's job to, bring the excitement in the eyes? That's your guy.
Who's the champ?
Cody, your guy.
Oh. Cody's not moving the needle by himself? He's the quarterback, though.
QB1.
That lame ass shit. I'm the quarterback. I'm QB1. No, you're not. You literally signed up for the team when we were already in the Super Bowl. Like, Roman already had us in the Super Bowl. You just got here. And now you're trying to take all the credit. All because you do all the fucking publicity that Roman doesn't want to do. That don't make you the quarterback. Because at the end of the day, no matter how over Cody is, when that Tribal Chief music hits, it's a different feel.
Actually, it kind of makes the running back, quarterback hands on the ball. You do all the grunt work.
He's more like a tight end.
I don't even know what. That's a couple different euphemisms with that.
Not the one. No. I mean, like, he catch a little 7-yard out route. We get all the way down to the goal line. We do play action, and Cody's fucking wide open in the end zone, catches a touchdown. And it's like everybody else did all the work, but you spiking the ball.
I mean, I guess you could look at it like that. I was looking at running back because when you talk about, like you said, the media appearances, that does get grueling at times when they flying them everywhere. Good Morning America and all this other shit.
Yeah, because Roman don't want to do it.
Yeah, I was saying Roman don't want to do it, so it is what it is.
Starting to wear on my dog Cody too. You can see it on his face.
Yeah, look a little old, long in the tooth. Jeez, hey. I'll leave it at that. I don't get myself in trouble.
Well, speaking of the bloodline, we had some developments this week with Jay, Jimmy, and Roman Reigns, and we are back in business. EJ, we are back to toxic, fucking Roman, gaslighting Roman, crash out Jay Uso's back, Jimmy Uso trying to be the peacemaker. Like, is this 2022?
Yeah, it kind of felt like it. And then, like you said earlier, this is why Roman is the needle mover. He elevates everybody around him. Like, he was in the back. He was like, I hear it. I heard what you said. Which makes sense because whatever Jimmy said was on TV. And all those segments backstage were so good. And then, like I said, he elevates other people. Even the set stuff with Heyman, that was good too. Like, where's this when Roman's not around? Why don't y'all do this every week instead of you doing the goofy shit?
It's like, when you got a substitute teacher and you just kind of dicking off in school, but when your teacher comes back after she's been gone for a week, you're like, oh shit, let me be on my P's. That's when Roman's on the show. You're like, oh fuck, if I don't get my shit together, they're not gonna have me on the show. And I know this is gonna be a pretty highly rated show because Roman's on it. Like, when he ain't there, they just fucking off. And when Roman's there, everybody's on their P's and Q's. It's quite odd, actually, when you think about it. Like, you would think when he's not there is when you want to get your shit in and step up and try to, like, take his place. But everybody steps their game up when he's there. I don't know.
And like we've talked about in the past, like, small things you tweak to the character could just put it over the top and get you over it. Like you said, when Roman got rid of the flak jacket, he got the new music, the tribal chief shit. It just bloodline. It just turned them cool. Like, I don't know why they're still hanging on the little old things with Seth. I know that's his gimmick with him dressing outrageous, but think about how good it was with him and Paul Heyman when he was serious. Like, why don't they change the music and give the crew actually some gear or some shit and make it shit cool instead of doing the goofy shit?
Paul Heyman said, you ain't got to worry about that music. You don't beat Cody. You got to worry about me getting the fuck up out of here.
I thought, that was good, man. I dug it. So, yeah. Roman makes everybody step their game up, and I'm thinking the match, the last match was the tag team match, right? Punk and CM and LA Knight, right?
Against the Usos.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it ended either, to be honest with you.
I'm like,
I don't even know if I stayed awake that long. But before we get to that, let me ask.
Yeah.
I'm liking the new Jey Uso, but I'm not liking it. Like, I like that he's about to fucking crash out, as the kids say. But I don't like that he just, like, as soon as Roman comes back around, he's back to being the little brother. Like, you were the fucking world champion. Now, is it going to lead to him, like, turning on Roman too and being like, fuck you, I'm a world champ? Or is it just going to lead to him being puppeteered by Roman like he is right now, which is what it feels like. And that's why Jimmy's like, damn, man, you just right back to being the right-hand man.
I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. He kind of seems like Roman's little lapdog or little cousin when he ever roams around, but it's like almost Roman is slowly but surely pulling him to the dark side, which is an interesting angle, like I've mentioned before, because Roman's supposed to be a top, basically babyface. I know they have him as like a tweener almost, but he's doing some nefarious shit backstage and manipulating Jay back there, right?
Roman ain't changed nothing. The only thing that changed is people started cheering for him because when he lost, they realized, oh shit, this champion we got now is a big step down. We need the tribal chief back. He ain't changed. He hasn't changed anything. He's never apologized. He's never did any of that. He stayed the same fucking gaslight cocksucker he's always been. And people just love it.
I guess he didn't change because when he came back, I guess it was just he was the lesser of two evils because he came back and took out the new bloodline with Solo and all of those guys.
Yeah, that didn't even make him a babyface. It just made him. He wanted his fucking Ulafala back.
Yeah, fans just perceived him as the good guy in this situation because they were fucking with Solo. And speaking of Solo, he said somebody's coming back or somebody's missing. I don't know what that means.
It's got to be Tama Tonga, right?
That's what I was thinking. And then listen to other stuff. They throwing out all types of wild shit. Like, he talk about Jimmy, and I'm like, that don't really make sense, though.
Jimmy who?
Jimmy Uso.
He's on Raw.
Come on now.
Dog,
we know it.
Raw, like R-Truth said, Raw is red, SmackDown is blue. They are not the same.
When have they ever followed those guidelines? Never, except the very beginning. Back when it was like Steph the GM.
I mean, you don't ever see Nick Aldis on Monday Night Raw.
That's the only thing they'll keep the general managers, but as far as talent, the wrestlers, the motherfuckers go as they please. You want to get traded? Sure. Here, go get traded.
We don't even have to trade, nigga. Just show up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but I'm with you. It only makes sense is Tama Tonga. Is it Tongaloa? Which one am I?
Tama Tonga. Tongaloa is already back.
Okay, so yeah, Tama Tonga. That's the only thing that makes sense. But I don't know. It's weird. They just have them doing backstage vignettes. Barely working, still getting paid. Let me sign up for that.
Right. Back to Jay. I think. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't even come out through the crowd anymore and like yeet with people. The crowd still yeets, but he doesn't even do it anymore. He just walks down the aisle and stands on the turnbuckle. Like, I think maybe he just got tired of fucking raising his arms up and down before the match.
He was doing it some this week, but yeah, in the past weeks he hasn't been doing it as much. Yeah, I think it's little subtle things. They do stuff for a reason, because if it was just him being lazy backstage, they'd be like, man, you need to start throwing your hands up some more. What are you doing? So I think it's little subtle things that they're turning him heel for. But I don't know, where does this heel turn go? That's what I asked you last week. I don't see, like, if he does turn heel, what does that do for him?
Is it a heel turn if he ends up whooping Roman's ass? Because Roman's a dick. We just talked about this.
No, what if he ends up whipping Jimmy? I gotta get you back for super kicking me 3 years ago.
Jimmy started it. Yeah, Jimmy cost him the fucking. He could have been the tribal chief years ago, and Jimmy cost him that. So technically, he's justified.
All right, we're going down that route of what is it? The Karate Kid. His enemy was really the good guy.
Yeah, who's the real bad guy? I don't like talking about like real life and backstage shit, but I feel like this is setting up perfectly for Jay to just beat the living shit out of Jimmy and put him out so Jimmy can go on paternity leave when Naomi gets closer to the baby being here.
Yeah, that's what it's trending to. And do we know when she's supposed to be expecting? She probably had to have been super early because she was still wrestling like a week or so before they took her off.
I would imagine
real early in here.
She'll be due soon after Jay beats the fuck out of Jimmy, whenever that is.
Well, she left August, so, and she's probably have to be like, they have to be dragging it out for a while.
Was it August?
Yeah, August, late July at the very latest. Was she at SummerSlam? I can't remember. Yeah, because her dad did
Yeah.
the little guitar. So yeah, it was definitely August when they announced her going away. So they have to drag it pretty long for him like to do it for like you said, cross do it with real life stuff and
Man,
I
this
don't
year
know.
is flying by. What month was Evolution? Was that July?
That, yeah, because that's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. She because you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there, but
That was July.
that feels like a month or so ago.
That was the same weekend as All In. Because remember they had like everything that damn weekend. The Saturday
Yeah.
night main event, Evolution the day after. So mid
Damn,
July.
man, it's fucking October already. This year is flying by. I was thinking about this morning. I was talking to my girlfriend. We were talking about vacation for next year, and I was like, it feels like I was just waiting. My vacation resets in January every year. I told her, I said, it feels like I was just waiting for it to reset so I could take off for the week that we were going to Japan in February. And now here I am, like a month and a half away from it, or 2.5 months away from it resetting again. Like, this fucking year has flown by.
I think going back to us talking about getting older, I think it happens when you get older because, we mentioned before, when you're in grade school, eh, school year seems like forever. But when you get older, these years fly by. I think it's something they got to do like a study, like maybe it's like something the neurons in your brain when you get older, you know,
I think it's where your
have
focus
shit fly
goes.
by.
Your
Yeah,
focus is
work.
just literally like Monday you wake up and you're just looking forward to Friday. And you got all these
Yeah,
bills and shit you're paying, and it's a constant cycle of work, bills, grocery shopping. Like, there's so much shit you're doing as a grown up. And as a
yeah,
kid, you're
but
just like I don't. As a kid, I don't even remember like thinking about tornadoes and thunderstorms and shit. As an adult, I'm always looking at the news when as soon as summer hits here in Georgia. I'm like, is it gonna be a bad tornado season? When I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck. I was outside playing basketball. If it started raining, it started raining. Like, whatever. I think your
that's
focus
but
just changed.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to look forward to the weekend as soon as I went to school on Monday. I'm like, I can't wait to the end of this week. But I know what you're saying. Definitely
Yeah,
bills
but
and
it
other
wasn't.
responsibilities, work and all of that.
It wasn't as bad because when when you were in school, you also like all the girls were at school. So it's like,
I didn't
oh,
care about that
this
until like middle
shit.
school, really.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even before you have responsibilities, like, I don't know, going to work and going to school are way different, obviously. But Monday morning, I'm just like, fuck, I can't wait for the weekend. Monday at school was like, whatever, I'm here. What up, dog? Hey, what you do this weekend? And you're just fucking hanging out, At work, I don't want to talk to these niggas. Like, what? Go do your job.
Like you said, time is flying. Yeah, as far as the Jimmy situation, I mean, I don't I don't like it, man. I mean, I like the story they're telling, and I'm sure like once things happen, I'll be excited. But in the grand scheme of things, breaking them up again, like what does that do? That's what I don't like about it. Like you break them up again, then what?
Maybe they don't break up.
He just whoops his ass and
No,
Jimmy.
maybe they fucking turn on Roman.
Yeah, I would be more intrigued with that than doing the
Yeah.
Uso breakup again.
Maybe they beat the dog shit out of Roman. Roman catches Jimmy in the NXT parking lot like everybody else, and that's how he goes out on paternity leave.
Roman would never go back to NXT. Who do you think he is, Cody?
Cody was never
Cody
even
wasn't
in
even
NXT.
Yeah, and Cody was back there. He wasn't even in NXT. Was Cena there? I know Punk went. Did Cena go back to NXT?
Becky went back. Rhea, Charlotte. I don't know if Cena ever went back. Huh? That's a good question. Cody's such a goddamn tryhard, man. He's that motherfucker at work that's always like, just like, man, would you sit the fuck down? Like, don't nobody trying to hear that shit, Cody. Hey guys, I'm the quarterback. Just side eyeing him.
They've been smart about it though. you noticed they hadn't been really running them out every week. I know he had to record Street Fighter, but we know we pointed out the Boo Birds were coming out like earlier this year and stuff. So I feel like they pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's the same old shit every week, though. He talks about he's always rose over the occasion and lived up to the occasion, and he's gonna overcome everything and blah 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 blah.
that's what they need to turn heel. Just out of
Oh, it's
nowhere,
got-
just have Cody just turn and fucking beat the dog shit out of CM Punk or John Cena or somebody.
That'd be dope. Have his hair brown again.
I was just about to say that. Come back out on Monday on SmackDown with brown hair the next week. You got Brandy with him. Bring that goddamn dog.
He's got 2 kids to take care of now.
Hey man.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope though, man. Just have it out of nowhere, like you said. Don't even leave breadcrumbs.
DC's in the chat says, "What's up, hoochies?" First off, I resent that comment. I haven't watched wrestling in like 2 months. Just been busy with school and life. Seems like I haven't missed a thing. Nah, not really. You should watch more AEW. Because we're all elite.
Well, yeah, if he hasn't watched since SummerSlam, not too much has gone on since then. But West Soap is like we said, wrestling is like soap operas for us males. So, you could just dip out for a while and dip right back in and
Shit.
like you never left.
You couldn't dip out watching soap operas back in the day. Fucking Luke and Laura. You had to see that shit every day.
I'm pretty sure they still have the same dude for Young and the Restless, Victor. I'm pretty sure he's the
That
last
motherfucker was 75 when I was a kid. Ain't no way Victor's still on it. Which one? Remember the guy with the twin brothers? Was that Victor?
I don't know if he had a twin brother.
There was one of them that was twins. There was a Young and the Restless. What else did my mom used to watch? General Hospital. All My Children.
You remember this dude?
Yeah.
That's Victor.
That nigga still on there?
I'm pretty sure he's on the show.
All My Children, The Young and the Restless, and General Hospital. Those are the 3 my mom watched.
My grandma used to watch it, so when you stay home from school, those would always be on. It was like easy to pick up. I was like, it's like mid '90s, and this soap opera's been going on since the '70s, so like, it is easy to pick up because I picked up on it, just watch it out of nowhere.
Can I tell you about one of the worst ass whoopings I've ever gotten in my life?
What happened?
My mom used to record she used to call them her stories. She used to record her stories on VHS because she'd be at work. And I guess she had fallen behind by a couple weeks. And I needed to record Monday Nitro. And I didn't have any VHSs around. But I needed to record Nitro or Raw, one of them, because I was watching the other one. And I was like, shit, this General Hospital's like 2 weeks old. That dog. My mom went to popping that damn VHS in. It went from General Hospital to fucking Sting jumping out of the ceiling. She was so mad. She wore my ass out. Oh my god, it's funny now, but I was scared for my life back then. This woman's gonna kill me. I didn't think she'd find out because I thought, oh, it's like 2 weeks old. Like clearly she's watched them. But she was so mad. And then I took the, you know how you used to label the VHSs? I peeled the fucking label off of it so she wouldn't like think that was one of hers just in case. Nah, she found that shit.
What year was this?
I don't fucking know. Something late 90s. I had to be 15. I had to be 14, 15,
older.
16, something like that. Yeah, I wasn't too old to get my ass whooped still.
So once I hit middle school, that's when the ass whooping stopped.
Shit. My mom caught me fucking sneaking in past my midnight curfew at 15. I was literally in my bedroom window, like The top half of my body was in my room and the bottom half was still out the window. And the light came on. I woke up the next day.
Yeah, you lucky you had a late curfew at 15.
Yeah, but like, I remember the nights it was me and my boy Pedro. And we were hanging out with these girls at their house. And their mom was like, she was like doing drugs or whatever. And they were waiting on her to go to sleep. And I was like, it's getting close to my curfew. And old girl was like, well, come back later. Like, sneak back out. I was like, cool. So I came home at my curfew and then snuck back out. And it was like 4 or 5 in the morning because my mom was on her way to work. And yeah, she worked at Publix, which is a grocery store. And my buddy Pedro and I worked there also. And Pedro said my mom came in the break room when he was on break. He said that shit was like Law and Order. Like, all of a sudden, all the lights went out, and it was just a light on me. And she sat down next to me. She said, where the fuck were you at last night?
Oh, damn.
My mom didn't fuck around.
And what you say?
I wasn't there. She interrogated Pedro. So then she got his story and came back home and asked me again, like, where were you at last night? Trying to see if the stories matched up. And this is way before fucking text messages and Instagram and all that shit. You had to get dial up. So clearly my story didn't match Pedro's and got my ass whooped. I got 2 ass whoopings for one crime. I got an ass whooping for sneaking out, and then I got an ass whooping for lying about it.
Damn.
It was worth it though. I had the time of my life that night.
I'm sure we lived in 2 different lives at that time. I was.
Oh, you were a child then. Yeah. You were like,
This is back when it was big in the basketball. I was just getting into my wrestling fandom. I was big. So I was probably looking at Michael Jordan trading cards in my room while you out doing Lord knows what, sending out at night.
that was a good night.
I bet.
Yeah. I ain't talked to that girl for like 2 weeks after that. She's like, did you not lie? I was like, no, bitch, I'm grounded. Like, I can't use the phone. I can't leave my house. Good times.
90s, right?
Good time. You know, in the chat, DC says your age is showing. That's true, but like, I think kids now got it. They have it good because they do have communication and like all the social media and all that shit, and your friends are just like a tap away. But also they'll never know like how dope it was to fucking ride your bike down the street. You see everybody's bikes at Steve's house. You're like, oh shit, that's where everybody is. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just being able to, hey, what we doing on the phone? They'll never know shit like that. They'll never know, like, you can't have a party now as a teenager. Everybody's got fucking Ring doorbells and cameras all around the house. Like, your parents can't go out of town and you sneak a girl in. You know? They'll never know the fun of that shit.
Yeah. Even when I started doing mischievous stuff, they didn't have like Ring cameras around mid 2000s, sneaking out, joyriding cars. Like, I was a little motherfucker. But
When
I'm sure kids are smart though. I'm sure they know how to deactivate the rings and all of that. They probably have different methods of doing it. But like you said, definitely technology has made some things less fun.
Yeah, but the parents are just as smart too. Like, my son's about to be 18, right? He can't deactivate the camera without me or my ex knowing about it. Like, we look at that shit all the time now. Your parents weren't worried about that shit when you were younger. They were just worried about going to work. They didn't have a fucking podcast.
It's true. Yeah, different times for the good, some for the not so good.
All right,
It's a die, right?
I guess it's fucking story time. I'll tell another one real quick. I got caught having people over my house once because my parents are out of town. They're like, no parties. I'm like, cool. So my buddy George and his girlfriend slept in my sister's room. I said, all right, this is what the room looks like beforehand. This is what I need the room to look like after. George says, okay. You know this motherfucker, they woke up the next day, they didn't make the bed. He literally just pulled the fucking comforter over the top of the sheets that were balled up. And so when I opened the door, I'm like, oh, cool, the bed's made. Fucking bed wasn't made. And that's how I got caught. Because my mom, watching all fucking Law and Order and all that shit, she was a forensics person, apparently. Even though she didn't go to school for it. She's like, I know somebody was fucking here. I'm like, there's nobody here. What are you talking about? She's like, keep lying to me. I'm like, fuck, what does she know? And I don't know if you fucking tried to get away with shit when you were younger, EJ, but like, your mom always knows.
That whoever your friend in your room, no couth, but they did not make the bed up.
I cussed his ass out so hard. Like, you stupid fucking cocksucker. Like, how do you not? All I asked you to do was one thing. We all got to come over here and get drunk. I took the trash out. Like, I got rid of all the evidence. All you had to do was make the fucking bed. My bad.
Man. Most of my trouble getting into was when I was like young. Like once I hit high school, I used to, cause my parents used to live out in the boonies, so I would always be at friends' house and it'd be my friends getting in trouble, and I'd just be able to, get away scot-free because every time we went to a party, it was at somebody else's house, and I was at with my friend Mark a lot, and his mom was a teacher at our school, so like when we would get into trouble together, it would be usually around Mark's house, but even when his mom got mad, like she would forget about it. He never really got grounded like that. She would get mad.
Mark was white, wasn't he?
Exactly.
How did I know?
So I didn't really get in trouble like that in high school. More so, I would get in trouble over like I let my grades dip. That's the only time I really got in trouble, if I let my grades dip.
I would get in trouble with my parents, but like my buddy Brent that you met in Vegas, like he was my best friend growing up. His parents loved me. They thought I was like the most angelic child ever, because I didn't do drugs, right? So they would all get caught smoking weed and shit, and I was never around for that. Him and my buddy David got real drunk one night, and I had to drive them home, and I was the sober friend that took care of them and made sure they didn't get hurt. So like his mom thought I was like perfect, and I kind of was, because I really was never in trouble. Like on the weekends I just wanted to go find girls. I didn't want to fucking cause any ruckus or anything. I wasn't like knocking shit over and robbing old people, I'm just trying to find some ass. That was it. So everybody thought I was the good son, but my mom, she knew better.
Yeah, man. If Miss Smith, Mark's mom, Miss Smith, if she wasn't so cool, I definitely would have got in trouble for non-grade related stuff, because the thing she caught us getting drunk a few times like in high school, and she could have told my mom easily. If my mom would have found out, she would have. That's when I probably would have got a beating at an older age, if my mom would have. Joyriding, she caught us joyriding a few times. Never told my mom, so she was definitely cool about it. I hope my mom don't listen to this, because she might get mad at Miss Smith for not.
Right, I was about to say, your mom gonna whoop Miss Smith's ass when she see her. He was drunk. You let my baby drink.
My mom listen. She don't support the podcast. Yeah, she knows about the podcast, but her ass ain't listening to this.
Yeah. All right, we done went way off the rails. Let's get back to wrestling. We got some AEW to talk about. They had their homecoming episode this week. What was the other one? The anniversary show was recently.
It was Title Tuesday yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything really came out of it besides I'm just over Darby Allin. Like,
Darby Allin's the main character right now.
You can only set a nigga on fire so many times.
some reason I was entertained by him trying to throw a Molotov cocktail. That's how you pronounce it? Because I've never seen that in wrestling before.
There's a reason you ain't never seen that shit in wrestling. It's illegal.
We said it's all been done. Apparently not.
This motherfucker need to be arrested. You would give him a main event title match. He need to go to jail.
exactly. You trying to give him a title? You need to give him handcuffs.
Right.
I enjoyed the show. I thought it was solid. Like you said, nothing too exciting happened out of it. Like as far as like shocking, but like they're setting up for Wrestle Dream. Um, like, are they doing drug testing in AEW? What the fuck
Uh-oh.
is Pac on?
What happened now? What did I miss with Pac?
You didn't
Is he
see how Jack?
is he swole?
You
He
didn't see,
was always jacked.
not like that. I know he's all. He look like he's on the sauce.
Yeah. Maybe he's got the new not THC, testosterone.
Yeah, the TRT.
Yeah, that's legal. Or the human growth hormone, HGH.
HGH. I mean,
He thought it was gonna make him taller, but it just made him wider with more muscles.
yeah, that motherfucker's jack. And also, we didn't talk about it because we recorded before, like you said, the 6th anniversary show with Joe and Hangman. Because at first I'm like, all right, it's stupid. He dropped his title and that's how they had a match. But if you look at it from the context of Joe's personality, you know it doesn't take much to set up. Joe's a hothead. So I'm
And
like,
you know,
okay.
Hangman's kind of a passive aggressive asshole too, so that shit could have been on purpose.
Exactly. So when I like sat back and thought about it, I'm like, okay, that's a good way to transition to
Yeah.
the feud. And
I'm not mad at it.
I'm mad at it. I know Joe's gonna lose, but he's gonna take a pound of flesh with him when he loses. And also, we only AEW crowds are pretty good for the most part, but I thought the whole Florida circuit, I thought the crowd was trash. In Miami, Orlando wasn't too bad, and then Jacksonville wasn't as Jacksonville as they used to be. But the crowd in Miami, come on, like how you gonna do that to Tony Storm? What chance? Like you only heard like what in AEW like maybe a handful of times over the past 6 years, and you do it to Tony Storm? Do better.
We're gonna get back to the AEW stuff, but I want to say this too. That NXT crowd, I'm so over them. They're fucking annoying. Like doing the wave in the middle of
they
a
doing
match,
that?
doing the wave in the middle of the women's match, the whole fucking like I like the Miss Parker chant when she comes out, but then they do the "Hi Miss Parker," and then somebody stands up and says, "What you say? Hi Miss Parker."
Yeah,
Have you seen that? Like,
I seen that one. That's a little
fucking
corny.
get over yourself. Anyway,
I do like them calling All Eagle an asshole. That's pretty funny though. During his theme song.
I just think the
Yeah.
NXT crowd is like the same group of people, and they're just there to like record themselves on TikTok. Like they're not there for wrestling.
I think it's a Florida thing, like I just pointed out with the Miami crowd and Tony, and then NXT's in Orlando. I think Florida's just a terrible state.
Yeah, it's a bunch of hillbillies surrounded by water. I'll be in Florida this weekend.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on there?
Taking my daughter to Harry Potter World for her birthday.
Nice. Weren't you there? Didn't you go there during Revolution?
Yeah, I was in. Yeah, I went there during Revolution. I went there again with my daughter. I went there with my daughter twice. So I've been to Harry Potter World 3 times now, but all different parks. And now they got a new park. So we're going to check that one out because, you know, she's real big into Harry Potter.
I wonder how someone your daughter's age gets into Harry Potter, because the books came out when I was probably like 10 or so, but the first movie came out when I was 13.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same way how I got into Star Wars, because Star Wars has been out
Oh, yeah.
for decades.
My brother loved Harry Potter when he was younger.
Yeah, see? So it's interesting to see how new generations get into it now.
Yeah.
I wonder how she got introduced to it.
Nerds and fucking wizards and magic, that shit never goes out of style. That's the same with Star Wars. Nerds, wizards, and magic. Like, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's true. But I heard Harry Potter World's pretty dope, so
Yeah, it's a lot of
nice little
fun.
trip.
I mean, shit, my girlfriend's into Harry Potter. She's, what? How old?
Well, she was a kid when it came out. Like I said, I was 13 when the first movie came out. So.
That's what I'm saying though. The difference, like my girlfriend likes it and my daughter likes it, and my brother liked it. Like Harry Potter just keeps on going, and they're about to start remaking some. I think they're coming out with a TV show.
Yeah, I heard that TV show is gonna be like in the order. Cause how many movies they have? Like 8.
It was like 7 or 8. We finally finished them all.
So like each movie is gonna be like a season. That's what I'm hearing. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be more detailed.
Oh, my girlfriend was fucking excited about that. She's like, they get to go into more detail about this, that, and the third. I'm like, great.
Maybe I'll get into it this time because I never liked Harry Potter. Maybe I'll start watching with the show. Now that they're doing the show.
Should make Harry Potter black.
Yeah, they'd have a fit. How could you make this fictional character that doesn't even exist black?
Ain't no way no color boy knows that many spells.
Exactly. They know the voodoo and the ooga booga magic.
This ain't black magic. This is Harry Potter magic. Anyway.
But
first,
I guess before we get to the predictions,
first Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. Now
this
Harry Potter's colored.
People need to get a life, but we digress. I was about to say before we get into predictions, one more thing. How'd you like Lacey Lane?
Mercedes. She's on a different level.
Yeah, we've been saying that since she finally started. They let the leash go and let her cook.
That's all I'll say. You're talking wrestling. I'm just talking.
Boy.
Yeah. Let's get the street clothes wrestler of the week before we get to predictions.
What do you got?
My winners, plural, of street clothes wrestler of the week this week, and I fucking loved it. They were in a street fight. The Hurt Syndicate. How dope was that? They came out in their suits and beat the fuck out of the Demand. Is that their name? The Demand?
Yeah, you got it right.
Also, I really like Ricochet and the Gates of Agony together. I think they're dope. I honestly didn't want them to lose, but you can't have the Hurt Syndicate losing either.
Yeah, I don't like the 50-50 booking. They got to go back and have a rubber match and have the man go over. Hurt Syndicate don't need it.
They got to pin MVP again though, because they can't. They got to keep Shelton strong. I've loved Shelton Benjamin's booking since he's been in AEW.
Just a beast.
Yeah, he's lost a couple times, but like that fucking suplex he did to Ricochet through the table.
Die? I was about to just say that. How did Ricochet not die? He just fucking tossed him like a bag of laundry. Oh my goodness.
Do we know Ricochet's not dead? Like, has he tweeted since last night?
Jeez, that looked. I mean, that's how you know how they're good, because it looked dangerous, but they're professionals and they're both at the top of their craft as far as in ring goes. To make something to make it look like Ricochet died, but he's perfectly fine.
You know when you suplex a motherfucker through a table, and Taz says, "I've suplexed a lot of people through a table before, but I ain't never did no shit like that." That's basically what he said. But yeah, that's the Hurt Syndicate gets my street clothes wrestler of the week.
That's something unique I've ever seen. Like you said, like street clothes. That is street clothes. That's what the clothes you wear when you go to the clubs.
Right.
That's how we gonna fight. So that was definitely a unique take, because every time you see street clothes, there's people in jeans.
Right. They said, "Nah, this is the shit we wear outside. You want to have a street fight?" Whew. And then they put the jackets back on at the end. They went to commercial, but MVP was giving Lashley his jacket back, put his coat back on. I said, these motherfuckers, they still going to the club.
Yeah, I dug it. It was dope. My street clothes wrestler of the week, we were texting back and forth, and we were like, hey, Willow, man. Willow's underrated. Shout out to Willow, but that's not my street clothes wrestler of the week.
What? What a swerve.
I just want to give Willow a shout out. My street clothes wrestler of the week is, I don't know if you're paying attention, but my street clothes rest of the week, it was a backstage segment they were doing with FTR and Stokely. I gotta give it to the Megasis, Megan Bain. My street clothes rest of the week.
What show was this on? I have to go back and watch.
It's on Dynamite.
Last night?
Yep.
Bet. I usually fast forward when FTR are on, which is crazy because Stokely's on and he's entertaining as fuck. But a lot of times I'll be like on the elliptical, I'll see FTR fucking mustache, and I'll just start hitting the little scroll button, take my finger just like this, and be like, until FTR off the TV.
I mean, I like Stokely as their manager. He makes them entertaining because Stokely's on the mic and he's being a irritant like he's supposed to be. But if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But shout out to Megan Bain. I don't want to describe what she's wearing without being creepy. Let's just say it was very form-fitting.
All right, let's get to these Bound for Glory predictions.
Bound for Glory going down in Detroit, Michigan. I know it's somewhere close to Detroit. That's kind of crept up. It's already, like you said, it's already October. Like, you know, when Bound for Glory comes around, it's getting close to the end of the year, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know what is it going to be showing on, because I don't even know what to watch these TNA pay-per-views nowadays.
TNA app.
I was on the TNA app.
More than likely.
Well, so far, record, damn, they got 9 matches on here.
Sweet Jesus.
Look at AEW-ish, including the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to go.
She won.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I'm acting like we're not even fucking recording. You're right, Megan Bain.
Oh, you saw? How'd you see it that quickly?
I just went to her Instagram. She posted a reel of it.
Yeah. You see how she's my street clothes wrestler of the week.
You won. Shout out to Willow, though.
Yeah, shout out to Willow. So yeah, let's go through this. I'm gonna go in the order how they have it listed on here. It'll probably be a different order. Leon Slater versus the Young Little G. Your boy is Bouncy Javon Evans for the TNA X Division Championship.
Leon Slater got eliminated by Javon Evans, or was it vice versa?
That I cannot remember.
I'm gonna go with Leon Slater. I don't like Javon Evans taking all these losses though.
I wouldn't say, because he's still young, that he's Teflon proof, but him going over to TNA, you know, half the people that watch WWE don't even watch TNA. So I don't think
you're probably right.
That bad. I'm gonna go with Leon Slater too. They're kind of similar in like their styles and their builds. So I wouldn't be surprised if WWE tries to poach Leon Slater, light skinned British version of Evans, probably in their eyes.
They were gonna poach what's your boy Joe Hendry, but then they realized he's kind of overrated.
Trick Pony. Next up, tag team championships on the line. I didn't finish watching Impact, so I didn't see the Inspiration win it, but Inspiration, Cassie Lee, Jesse McKay defended it against Elegance Brandon in a rematch. Heather Elegance and M by Elegance with the personal consigliere. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go with the Elegance brand.
Flip flop.
Yeah.
Hot potato with the titles.
Yeah, why not?
Nah, I'm taking the Inspiration. This is gonna be interesting. I think we did this last year. I don't think either one of us got the right winner. It's the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, 20-person intergender gauntlet. And right now the only one is Lee Ying Lee. That's a tongue twister. Mance Warner and 6'7". What is that? Oh, somebody trolling the website. I'm like 6'7". That damn. I can't wait till that damn meme.
6'7". It was literally a dude in my meeting this morning. he was asking one of the younger guys. He said, out of nowhere, he goes, "Hey, Javon, what the fuck is 6'7"?" Dude started laughing. He's like, honestly, it's nothing. He goes, my kids are saying that shit all the time. It's not like some fucking drug references. He's like, no, it's really like just a meme. It's funny. He's like, all right.
I thought Gen Z was different. I just sound like an old head because that's the people old head said about us. But this Gen Alpha are really different. They were some wild kids, man.
I mean, imagine if we had fucking social media when we were just talking about how great we had without it, but imagine all the shit we would do with social media when we were younger.
You damn right. Yeah.
All the shit we would have got over.
Touche. Shit, I don't even know who I'm gonna pick on this channel. I don't even know who's in it. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say that who doesn't have a match. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at fuck it. I'll pick Dolph Ziggler to win it. Nick Nemeth.
I thought Lei Ying was in it. So there's men and women in it?
Yeah, it's intergender. They only named 2 people so far.
And the winner gets what?
Contract any title they want.
I'm gonna pick Xia Li.
Okay. I say I'm picking the hometown man. No, Nick Nemeth. I don't know why the hometown man popped in my head. I'm picking Nick Nemeth to win it. Next up, Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller.
I thought Tessa Blanchard was back in CMLL.
I wish she were. Take her back to see it. No, she came back like the past couple weeks.
I got Tessa.
But yeah, I got Tessa. But it's interesting. This is the first time I've seen Gia wrestle as Gia, because I don't know how closely you've been watching the past couple years. Every time they do, I don't think they did it last year though. They do the '80s show. She always wrestles as her like character. I can't remember her character name.
I always think Gia Miller's a fucking ring announcer.
She is. No. She's the backstage. She's the backstage interviewer.
What's she doing?
And the ring announcer. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you've been. She originally she transitioned to a ring announcer. She was originally a wrestler, and every year they do the '80s throwback show. She wrestles, but they didn't do it last year for some reason.
NXT has a woman like that. She was in ROH. She was a wrestler, and then when she got signed to NXT, she just does backstage stuff. I think she just had a baby recently. She just came back to TV. Shorter chick. She's got dark hair. I can't remember her name to save my life though. Anyway, whatever.
Did you get a chance to watch any of those? They did it like 3 years in a row. So those throwback TNA, they usually do it around this time of year. Those throwback TNA shows, like they'll have like the characters play like different characters. Because you know Moose was a heel the past 2 years. He'll come out as a baby face, too large. Moose as a rapper. They had like Mike Bailey be like a dastardly French heel with throwing bread at people.
I've seen that.
Oh, so you did see that?
Yeah, I saw one of them. That's funny.
And then like Gia Miller, she be wrestling as like some like Wendy Richter type character, like a Cyndi Lauper type character. So yeah, shout out to Gia, but like you said, I think she's gonna lose. I'll get Tessa just because. But next up, Rucker, the System, Moose, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards versus Order 4, Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steelz, Agent Zero, Jason Hodge, and John Schuyler.
After seeing Alicia Edwards put back all that fucking whiskey she was drinking at WrestleCade, you'll never catch me betting against drunk ass Alicia Edwards.
Oh shit! So you got the System.
I got the System. What's their moniker? Not believe in the System.
Trust the System.
Trust the System. There you go.
I think I'm gonna go Order 4 in this one. It's gonna probably be some shenanigans going on. Hardcore match. So
you said Order 4 and it reminded me of Metaphor, which then reminded me when Jakara Jackson was coming out last night. Vic Joseph was like, "You got any metaphors you want to say about her?" And Booker T goes, "Shuck it, duck it, quack, quack." I don't know why that was so fucking funny to me. Buck just say whatever he want. Like, I think he's the best
That-
color commentator and like, oh, I'm gonna text you what I think we should do next week for the show.
Okay.
I don't want anybody to steal it.
Yeah, you know they be listening. But next up, your TNA Knockouts champion, Kalani Jordan, defending against Indy Hartwell. I'm gonna say this is where it's like flip flop the titles. I think Kalani may be a transitional champion. I got Indy winning.
I got Kalani. No, I got Indy. You're right. But that's just another NXT wrestler.
Basically, yeah. Hardys, tag team champions versus Team 3D, Bully Ray, Devon. It's for the TNA and the NXT champion table match.
I'll take
Got
the Hardys.
that was quick and easy. Now we get into the nitty gritty. You got Frankie Kazarian, your international champion, facing off against Steve Macklin. This is a match I really don't care about, but I'll go with Kazarian just because he just won it.
Yeah, I'll go with Kazarian also. Kazarian was a beast last night.
Yeah, he did a little cutter and eliminated. Who do you eliminate with that?
You know, he's 48.
I didn't know he was that old. I thought he was like early 40s. That's crazy. I mean, he was in the era with AJ Styles and them, so that does make sense.
I'm just talking about, like, the dude's in fucking phenomenal shape.
Running around with Scorpio Sky and SCU and dang.
SCU.
Well, main event. Your champion Trick Williams versus Santana, Mike Santana.
It's about time for Trick to drop it.
Yeah. Santana was good. I got Santana as well. I mean, how Joe Hendry let Santana take his shine like that?
just let him come in and steal the bag so quick.
Hey, that's what I said. Hendry's kind of a one-trick pony. But that's it. That's all we got for Bound for Glory.
All right, let's get to fucking Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel in NFL. We can get up out of here. We can run through these quick.
Crown Jewel going down in Perth, Australia. And it's going to be starting, I want to say, 8 o'clock your time. So you're going to be having cereal or your Bloody Marys and watching wrestling?
I don't know. It depends on what time we're going to head to the park because we're going on Saturday for Harry Potter.
Oh, so you probably, if you're on the road, then.
No, we're leaving Friday to go down there, but Saturday mornings when we're waking up and going.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sure
I don't know
watch
how
all of it.
Yeah, I don't know how early we're going to go, but I wouldn't mind waking up, having a couple Bloody Marias.
The hell is that?
That's Bloody Mary, but with tequila instead of vodka.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Also, I've learned I'm a tequila guy now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that The Rock get you on that? Terramana?
I like Terramana. I like some Don Julio. I like Herradura, I think is the name of one of them that I drink. 1800's good. Like Tequila Blanco, it's got to be clear. For some reason, tequila, I can drink that shit all night and I'll be fine the next day. I actually feel better than when I drink whiskey, which I never thought. And I think the reason is because I mix it with water.
Maybe.
Yeah. I take tequila, I mix it with water, and I take the little, the little flavored water squirt things you can do, like Mio Fit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the ones from Publix and just mix that together, and I'll drink, half tequila, half water. I think that's probably why I feel good the next day, because I'm not drinking all that fucking soda.
Hey, if it works, then keep it going.
Also, tequila, EJ?
Yeah.
Tequila.
For the people listening, it gets the blood flowing.
Man, had that
so
thing harder than Chinese arithmetic, as they used to say.
Hey.
Is that racist? It's not racist. Can you say that?
I don't think you can, because I don't think it's a difference between American arithmetic and Chinese.
Yeah, but all right, you're right. I'm not. I'm not even gonna try to explain myself. You're right. I'm sorry. Back to these crown jewel predictions.
Crown Jewel going down. Perth, Australia. It's gonna be early as fuck over here in the States, but whatever. We know how to get down now. Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, versus Bronson Reed. They're running it back in the Australian street fight.
So does that mean they're gonna have like croquet, fucking paddles and shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody gonna bring a kangaroo?
Yeah, somebody gonna bring some Vegemite. They're gonna just throw the Vegemite.
This motherfucker said Vegemite. I Love Lucy loves that joke.
Give me Bronson Reed. It's because he lost last time.
Shit, no. Roman's winning this.
Damn, so they ain't just gonna keep having Bronson lose. Like,
Everybody can't beat Roman. Like, Roman's only lost like 3 times in the past 10 years. You think Bronson Reed's gonna be number 4? Shit, no.
I ain't say he's gonna do it by himself, but so you got the tribal chief. I got Bronson. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. I don't know how I feel about this little soap opera.
I love
Let's
it.
be a family again.
I fucking love it. I love Kairi Sane so much in this. She's so good. I believe. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna try to do it because that would be racist. I don't know. I love Io. Asuka's probably the one I like the least out of all this, but her character during this is so good.
I don't know. It's just
I feel like Rhea's out of place.
She is. I just wish they would just let them speak Japanese the whole time. Yeah, what's the problem? Why can't they speak in their native tongue?
Then we wouldn't be able to understand them, EJ.
They got subtitles.
Yeah. But when it's live, like when they're in the ring cutting the promo, you can't do subtitles.
What? You can do. You don't ever put the subtitles on for cowboy games when you watching it in the bar?
Why would I do that?
Well, you can't. You can do it. Well, it's possible. You can have live subtitles.
Nah, I'd rather hear the crowd than hear people talking.
But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what the end game is. I know what the end game is. They're probably gonna finally turn Kyrie just full on heel. I'm guessing.
No, Kyrie's got to whoop Asuka's ass. Asuka slapped the shit out of her.
She deserved it though. She's giving her lip.
Damn, EJ.
What happened when you used to give your mom lip?
That's not her mom though. They're like sisters. All of a sudden, Asuka's acting like the old grandma. Like, don't fucking backtalk me, bitch.
I don't make the rules, man.
I love when she walks off screen and she goes, Kyrie! Kyrie's like, oh my God, here I come.
That's pretty funny. Who am I going to pick?
I got the Kabuki Warriors.
I got Rhea and Io. John Cena versus AJ Styles.
Cena.
I think they'll turn back the hands of time though, and probably give you what there was a Royal Rumble 2017. They'll probably give you some of that. That's interesting that Cena and Roman are flying all the way across the world for this card, and it's not like in Saudi Arabia. Food for thought.
Shots fired.
Crown Jewel Championship, your women's version on the line. Stephanie Vaquer, your Raw World Champion versus Tiffany Stratton, SmackDown's WWE Women's Champion. This is the one that's a toss-up for me.
I'm going to go with Stephanie.
Same, but I don't know. They seem to love Tiffany, so I wouldn't be shocked if they went that way. But hopefully they do the right thing. I have Stephanie. who just won the title, she needs to get some wins, I think. But you never know what your boy Paul Levesque is thinking. This one, I'm not that torn about. Cody Rhodes, your undisputed WWE champion, versus Seth Rollins, your Raw World Heavyweight Champion, for the Crown Jewel men's version of the championship. Seth gotta win. I'm going with Seth. He
He better fucking win.
I guess that's who you going with too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth gotta win. But how does Cody play that off though? Once he loses,
He just goes back to SmackDown.
don't mention it.
No, you better not bring it up. You quarterback one. It's just like you throw an interception, you don't talk about that shit.
That's wild. Just don't mention it. I'll be pissed if he doesn't mention it.
Nah, he can't bring that shit up. He gotta act like that shit never happened.
It's the coward's way. You gotta own up to that L. The L ain't so what?
That shit don't count. It's just the Crown Jewel Championship. It only counts if you win. You get to brag about it. But when you lose, you ain't never hear Gunther talk about this shit. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's all they got. They only put like 5 matches on these shows, and they're keeping it like that. So
Robbing you.
one more thing, because we'd be remiss without touching on this a little bit before we get to NFL picks. Because the news cycle in wrestling goes by so fast, and it's always been so long where we talk about Dynamite. But Andrade popped back up in AEW. I know you're not a big Andrade fan.
I like Andrade, El Idolo.
What do you think about him? He's this generation's version of Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, he's just such a. I like him. So this is gonna sound demeaning, but he's just such a mid carder. It doesn't matter where he goes. He can go back and forth, and honestly, I don't think anybody's gonna notice.
I said this all along when he jumped at WWE. He's gonna be in the same place he was there that he was at AEW, and it is what it is. I was actually shocked because it came out of nowhere because he just got released. But after the smoke set, I'm like, eh.
He wasn't even in the fucking interview that the Don Callis family did yesterday.
So I think the same thing is gonna happen. He's gonna get mad.
Nigga might have got released already. Well, even he's back on NXT next week.
I don't think it was smart to sign on this soon. I think Sony should have let him do the indie scene. You gotta grind to get back and prove that. Heat yourself back up. Make yourself hot on these streets before. I don't know why Tony signed him. It is what it is. But that kind of ties in this what I want to talk about. Did you see that Santos was a free agent?
No.
And then you saw that he was his contract ended Tuesday, and the news broke out today he re-signed. But the rumors were that he wasn't happy by the way he was being used, so that's why he hit the free agent market. But I don't know what changed between earlier this week and today where he re-signed.
He hit the free agent market and he didn't have as many suitors as he thought he would.
I think that's probably. I didn't even think about that. Maybe they didn't want him.
Yeah, that's what happens in the NFL when motherfuckers that's all you're gonna give me? I'll be a free agent. They're like, cool. See what you can get out there on the open market. And then they come back for half of what the original contract was.
But one thing I wanted to ask. So, the way you that kind of threw a wrench in what I wanted to ask you. Now that you said that, maybe somebody didn't want to. Shit. But I was gonna say, what do you think is better because money is the great equalizer. If somebody's gonna pay you more, that's the company you stay at. But if both companies are gonna pay you the same, would you rather somebody like Santos? Would you rather sign with WWE and you're gonna stay in the same place and not get that high on the card? It is what it is, or test yourself in a different company, maybe like an AEW. You're probably gonna be still a mid carder, but your talents will be featured more. So once you do come free agent, you're just not a lame duck.
And the money's the same?
The money's the same. You get to actually wrestle, even though you're still going to be a mid-carder. You get to show your talent and not just do backstage vignettes.
I'd probably rather go somewhere else because you'll get to keep your name.
So okay.
Like if you go to AEW and you're Santos Escobar, you could be Santos Escobar when you leave. If you go to WWE and you're Santos Escobar, you got to change your name when you leave because they own that shit.
Yeah, I agree. I also think it depends on what kind of wrestler you are. If you're like a Santos or Andrade and you're not like a promo guy, and why not wrestle the company where it's the wrestling company? If you're like MJF, if I'm MJF and I'm getting the same amount of money, I'm going to WWE. Once MJF eventually does go to WWE, he's gonna be a superstar.
That's a good point.
So it depends on what kind of wrestler you are, in my opinion. But
that is a good point. Like you said, if you can't cut a promo, but you can fucking work in the ring, like WWE's gonna make Stephanie Fakir a star, but I think she would have been better in AEW because she got lucky with that shit hitting with Booker T and NXT. I'm not saying that's the only reason she's over as she is, because she can wrestle her fucking ass off, but so can a lot of women in WWE. Like, Julia's not as over, and Julia's just as good. Now, when they both signed, I said I thought Stephanie had more star power than Julia did, but not by much. But I honestly think if it wasn't for that Booker T shit in NXT, she wouldn't be as popular as she is.
yeah,
I think if she was in AEW, she'd be having banger matches with Mercedes and Toni Storm and you know what I mean? Like,
and all of them.
Yeah. And she wouldn't have to worry about talking on the mic and storytelling and all that shit. Just ring the fucking bell.
Yeah. She's an anomaly. She got lucky, so I just think it depends on what kind of wrestler you are. And you threw, like I said, you threw a new Rich. Maybe they didn't want him. That's why he signed back to WWE.
Yeah.
So
you can call Tony Khan. Tony sent his ass to voicemail.
Tony said he wasn't gonna sign everybody.
He turned right back around and called AAA and said, "Dog, is that offer still good?" He's like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Can you forward me that again? Let me do this fucking DocuSign real fast before y'all change your mind."
Hey, you better do those AAA show and just shut the fuck up. Oh man. Well, you ready to get to these NFL picks?
Yeah, let's do this. It's getting late early.
Well, we didn't have too many different picks last week, but last week I went 5-8. You went 6-1. Hold up, I'm reading that wrong. I went 8-6. You went 6-8. Which brings
Wait, how'd you go from 5-8 to 8-6, and I went 6-8? You just cooking the books over there, EJ?
I sent you the results in the.
That's not the point.
I sent you the results in the WhatsApp. So.
All right, I'm about to take these picks seriously now. You got like a 15 game lead on me. I'm about to.
Yeah, I went 8-6. You went 6-8. We just reversed it, which brings the overall to 50-27, and you're 39-38. You're still over 500.
I'm about to come back. Let's do this.
Okay, let me open up week 6. I already got the screenshots.
Goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars. I finally don't pick the motherfuckers and they win.
Well, I didn't pick them either, so we both were shit out of luck on that one. I was going to pick them too. I think you convinced me not to pick them.
Why would you listen to me? I'm one game over 500.
It's true. All right, well, Thursday Night Football. Eagles at Giants. Giants thought they were the shit with Jackson Dart and got beat by the Saints. I'm taking Eagles, who surprisingly lost themselves. The one time you picked the Eagles, they lost.
Well, I'm gonna pick them again.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles as well. Broncos, Jets. Give me Broncos.
Broncos.
Cardinals, Colts.
Colts.
What's wrong with the Cardinals? Like, you think it's all right, Kyler Murray's finally gonna break through, and they just can't get it together.
They're just
Game of wide receiver.
Consistently mediocre football team throughout their entire history.
Remember they had a little spurt when they had Kurt Warner. They got to the Super Bowl and shit.
Did they go to a Super Bowl with Kurt? Oh, they did. Fitzgerald. And they lost to Pittsburgh. Yeah. That was a really good game, too.
Yeah, well. Yeah, it was like that little spurt where they were good with Kurt Warner.
Man, Fitzgerald was so good that playoff run. Good Lord.
Yeah, he was. He was a beast. But I'm taking Indianapolis as well.
That's the year they beat Green Bay in that fucking overtime game. Hit it like 56-40 or 49 or some shit like that. They fucking forced a fumble on Aaron Rodgers at the end.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
Man, what a wild playoff run
I think that might have been. I think that would have been. I think that was Rodgers' first year starting too, or maybe second. It was
Man,
year
the Cardinals used to wear them fucking all red jerseys and red pants.
Yeah, those color rush jerseys.
Yeah, that shit was dope. They still suck though. They're mediocre franchise.
Chargers at Miami. I'm taking LA.
Yeah, I'll take the Chargers.
Pats at Saints.
Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, but beat Buffalo. I was surprised by that. What they're like? I think it's supposed to be it was supposed to be the Buffalo's last Monday night game in that stadium too, and
what a way to go
Sunday
out.
night game. One of those fucking games. Sunday night game. Yeah, way to go out. I'm taking Pats.
Drake May come in there throwing fucking dimes on their ass.
Browns Steelers. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Give me the Browns in an upset.
Right. So Flacco got traded.
Yeah, to the Bengals.
They traded him to a rival. I'll take that as disrespect from him.
Right. That just means they don't give a fuck about Flacco. They like, take this nigga. You gonna give me something for him? Shit. Start him this week against us.
I told you, if I'm Shador, I'm faking a toe injury. I don't want to get put in there.
Well, he's second on the depth chart now.
I know. I'm still faking that toe injury. They need to trade him to a good team.
Is it running the family?
Exactly. Oh shit! I see what you did there. Damn. Well, Cowboys traveling to Carolina. If you weren't going to Harry Potter, would you have gone to that game?
I thought about it, but no. I can't spend any money on this. I can't spend any money on this team until Jerry starts spending money.
Dak is cooking though.
But I'll take the Cowboys. That's my quarterback.
I got Cowboys as well.
I feel like they go to Carolina every year.
Yeah, it seems like they go pretty often, right?
They went 2 years ago, and I went to it. They went last year, and now they're here again.
Come Carolina don't go to Dallas?
I don't know.
Seahawks at the red hot shot and Tony Khan Jaguars.
Ooh. I'm going to go. Ooh. I can't get Jacksonville right. I'm going to go Seahawks.
I'm still all elite, so I got to ride with Jaguars in this one.
I hope Tony ain't watching.
He's going to go and hit that booger sugar and go off on you. I can't believe Rocket is doing this bullshit.
Boot to the face, more like boot to fuck you.
Exactly.
Damn, Tony. Can I get a ticket when you come to College Park?
Well, you can still get a ticket. You need to Philly seats up. Rams.
Damn, EJ. Leave my guy Tony alone. What did he do to you?
Oh man. Anyway, Tony knows I still love him. Rams is Lamar Jackson back? Rams at Ravens.
I think he's coming back this week, but I'm still taking the Rams.
Jinx.
Ravens are hot garbage right now.
Titans at Raiders in a shit bowl. I'll take Tennessee.
I'll take the Raiders.
Bengals at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay. Packers at Bucks. I'm
You
going
just said
Bucks.
the Packers.
Ah, shit. 49ers at Bucks. My bad. You're right. I got Bucks.
Yeah, I'll go with the Bucks also. Baker Mayfield's cooking too. Everybody talking about Dak as MVP.
Yeah. You know who's putting up the most yards, though, in the air?
Yeah, Baker's got 10 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Dak's
I thought
got
he's going to
3.
answer my question. I was about to say, you know who's got the most yards, though, in the NFL?
Who?
I thought he was going to take a guess. Quick guess.
What's the boy he used to play for? Danny Dimes.
Nah. It wasn't a trick question. It's Stafford.
Does it really?
Yeah. A veteran, wily veteran. Stafford is my age, and now he's the ON in the league, which kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, nigga, that's why you going to bed at 9:30 on a UFC night. Shit.
That's true.
Past your prime.
This one is going to be interesting. Lions at Chiefs.
The Chiefs are in a must-win situation. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Against my better judgment.
I was going to pick the Chiefs, but now you said that, the Chiefs are the betting favorite too, but I'll go Lions on this one. I think, like you said, it's a must-win for the Chiefs, though.
They might not make the playoffs this year.
You really trust the Chargers, though? I think they could just get in just because of the division they're in. I don't trust
The Broncos are pretty good too, though.
Do you trust them, though? I don't trust any, like I said. And you definitely don't trust the damn Raiders.
If the Chiefs lose this week, they're definitely not going to the playoffs. This will be, what, 4 or 5 losses already?
I still don't say that, because I remember it was like 2016 or so. The Raiders were cooking all year. The Chiefs came back, I think, like the last 5 weeks. It took this spot. End up how they put it. It took the division spot, and the Raiders still had to go in as a wild card. So.
Book it right now. If the Chiefs lose this weekend, they're not going to make the playoffs by 1 game.
Okay, have that on record. Bills going to face those Dirty Birds in Atlanta.
Oh, the Bills. They're going to beat the shit out of Atlanta.
Damn. What did your brother think about you saying this?
He'd think I was right, but he wouldn't say it out loud.
Yeah, I got the Bills. They got to feel embarrassed that having New England come in their house and beat them like that. This is a Monday night game, too. And the 2 Monday night, I don't like them doing the 2 Monday night games, but whatever. And the other one is Bears at Commanders. Jaden Daniels back, so that's where I'm going. I'm going Commanders.
Yeah, I got to go with Washington also. But I don't feel good about it.
Top 2 picks in the draft. How don't you feel good about that? What do you see Caleb Williams with, like?
I don't feel good about it because I hate fucking Washington.
Oh, so you're going off of emotions. I thought you were going off of some type of statistics or some type of data that you saw.
No, nigga, I'm going because I don't like Washington.
That's a terrible way to pick, but that's all the games for this week.
Well, that's all we got, EJ. This is one of our last couple shows on nighttime television, as they say. We'll I don't remember what the date is that we agreed upon, but we'll tweet it out. We'll keep you abreast of the situation out there in podcast land, and we will be live early November, maybe late October, Sunday mornings. But until next week, we'll be right here, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. For EJ Reed, I'm Chris Rucker. This has been another episode of Boot to the Face. Please like, share, subscribe, the whole 9. And I want to dedicate this show to Willow Nightingale.
I thought he was going to say Megan Bain's outfit.
Megan Bain's seamstress. That's who needs a fucking raise. Gee.